Welcome to episode 10 of the Barely Onside podcast with your host, Jonny G and Pelly. How you doing, man?
Doing great, man. Doing great. Big W. Big W's for the boys.
I know, for both of us, man. 2 overtime wins for both of us. Pretty exciting, man. Pretty exciting.
Fucking cheers, man.
I'll cheers you with my water because I do not have any
Water?
alcohol in the house. I mean, I do have vodka, but I'm not going to do vodka tonight.
Yeah, I still had some Coronas from the fiesta night we had Saturday. So I figured, what? Gonna send it.
That does look very delicious. And it is. It's a time to celebrate. 10 episodes may not seem like a lot to some, but to me and maybe you, this is a big deal. 10 episodes, double digits, man.
It's good. It's going by quick. You know.
It is. Yeah.
How are you feeling? How are you doing, John?
I feel good, man. I feel good. 10 episodes, no end in sight in my mind. So feeling pretty good about the pod. Yeah, things are good. Caitlin was off today. She was home with me. Pretty good. Got some stuff done. Did a lot of editing today. Pretty busy day though, man. I got the kids back in school today. So they're still a little sick, but I'm like, I can't. I mean, Lexi, this is her second day back, but like, whatever. There's probably so many other kids there that are still sick. So it's like,
whatever.
What's one more?
Yeah.
You know, I do feel bad though. I do feel bad for sending Marley because Marley still has a nice little cough. Her nose isn't running too bad. Like it's not like it barely does at all. And I sent her to her daycare for the first time in like a week because of how sick she's been. But I felt bad because her daycare provider is going to India. I think it's either tomorrow or the following day. So Thursday or Friday, she's going to India for 2 weeks to visit her sick mom. And I don't want to get her sick before the trip. So I was like holding Marley back. But today I was just like, I have so much to do. I need her gone because she just stays at home. And now all she does, Pelly, is all she does. It's like, ho, 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 which is baby talk for phone. She got a taste of the phone and now she doesn't stop.
She wants that YouTube. She wants the YouTube kids. She wants
my
YouTube
gosh.
kids. Yeah,
and
I
that
know.
movie I was telling you about, the hero.
I gotta check it out.
You should. It's a great one for the kids, man. But it's so funny. I'll tell you quickly before. So I come downstairs. We come down as a family. First thing in the morning, I go and sit in the rocking chair. First thing she does, she comes poking at my pocket. Ho, ho, ho. I'm like, dude, man, it's like 7 o'clock in the morning. Like, have you been dreaming about this? Have you been dreaming about my hoe? So I've spent some time dreaming about hoes. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I don't know. God bless him. God bless those hoes.
I know. My kid, my son, my middle one, he loves tractors. It's a tractor. Fucking kids, man, but he has every tractor you could think of. He's got a loader, backhoe, excavator, crane. I could keep going. He's got it all. And then every time we drive past the store, tractor, excavator, plow, yes. Wesley, yes. Tractor, yes, for the 18,000th time. And then my daughter last night, she had a bad dream about our dog dying. Harlow, she got stabbed. So she's all emotional today. Yeah, it was weird for a 5-year-old to start dreaming about dogs getting slaughtered, basically. And then we have ashes from my other dog in the urn and my cat. And they were supposed to go to swimming today at 5:30. No, that didn't happen. She was still crying about Hunter. Yeah, so basically, Mom took them to Old McDonald's. They got a Happy Meal. Old McDonald's. And, with Canadian Tire. And that was it. So, and one dog, Hayden, had to sleep with Wesley, and then Harlow had to sleep with Everly because they're both emotional about Hunter passing like 2 years ago. So funny. I mean, it's sad. It's good that she's really emotional and she understands, heaven for dogs, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah,
Wild, eh? At that age,
it's
eh?
it's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's pretty cool.
Old
though.
McDonald's, eh? They love
Old
their
McDonald's.
old McDonald's.
They love Old McDonald's. That Old McDonald's.
Old
Yes.
McDonald's? Yeah.
Let's go to Old McDonald's.
Yeah.
Let's get you a Happy Meal.
Like Lexi's been calling it Old McDonald's for so long. I'm like, hey Lex, like it's not
know.
Old McDonald's. It's actually McDonald's. Like there's no old. And she's like, yeah, I'm gonna keep calling it Old McDonald's. I was
Yeah.
like,
Old
okay.
McDonald's.
Okay.
Yeah, and I like
Whatever.
that because Old McDonald's, absolutely. Let's go to Old McDonald's, right? Let's
Who doesn't love Old McDonald's? I love Old
Fucking
McDonald's,
right.
man.
And back in my days, you know, when you're a kid, you're a punk, and you're driving around with your friends, and end of the night, you're so buzzed. And I think I remember getting an extra fry, a large fry, Diet Coke, 2 McDoubles, 2 junior chickens, and a McFlurry. Oh, and a junior chicken. It was like, that's probably like 4,000 calories. I would probably do that every week. I was
Man,
19 years old, just living the best life.
isn't the ice cream melted by the time you eat all the rest of the food?
No, you smash it. No,
Eat that first.
yeah. I think when you're a kid, and but now you
Man.
can't do that as much.
No. I remember me and my buddy, like he's just addicted to fast food and he got me hooked, man. I don't know if it's an Alberta thing or a Western thing, but I don't know what it was. But like we used to go, remember used to have like the 69 cents cheeseburgers on Sundays?
Yeah,
I think it was like 59 cents or something like that, right? We'd go and would order like 13 cheeseburgers because I think that was the limit or whatever it was. And we just pound them all back like it's nothing.
dude. I remember the 99
have
cent
bad.
Whopper, the Junior Whopper, heavy pickle, heavy onion. Oh man, nothing.
Love pickles, man.
You catch a buzz and do that. Oh, that's good. You sleep good.
Yeah.
You sleep good.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Gosh.
Yeah,
Well,
okay.
let's talk hockey, Johnny. Let's talk
Yeah,
some
man.
hockey.
Let's talk hockey. We'll start with Montreal tonight, or do you want to go with Philly?
Let's start with Montreal, John.
Montreal, baby. Because
Start with Montreal.
Montreal. So they beat the Columbus Blue Jackets in Columbus 4-3 tonight in overtime. Yuri Slafkovsky scored his second of the season in the 21st game. So big deal. Cole Caufield scored his 13th goal tonight. Caufield changed his number to 13 from 22 in honor of Johnny Gaudreau, whose rafter is hanging in that arena. So for Cole to score that 13th goal with the 13 on his back, with a 13 in the rafters, amazing stuff, man. You couldn't write it better. For me, doesn't that just tell you that like
It's emotional.
There's emotional. There's more to this life than this. There's something
You
up
call
there,
it
man.
fate.
It's unbelievable, man. It's everything, man. It's the universe doing its
Everything
magic.
happens
It's everything.
for a reason. Yes,
Absolutely,
exactly.
man. Absolutely. Emil Heineman scores his 5th goal of the season. Heineman, a little stud, man. Nick Suzuki scores his 8th goal of the season in overtime. A beautiful goal. Lane Hudson gets an assist. Love it. And then Caden Primo, in his 6th start of the season, stopped 21 of 24 shots. 2nd win of the season. I know he's been struggling to all year, really. He's been struggling real bad. So it's good to see him. He had a good game. He had a good game when he played you guys, when we played Philly back in
he
October.
played amazing. He played
Right.
both preseason and season.
Yeah,
He won against us. Yeah.
He did. So good for him. Happy he got the back in the win column. We needed him to play well. He did. Again, this is Columbus. This is not one of the top teams. But we'll take the win. We needed it because people in Montreal were freaking out after last night's loss to Utah, even though it was still a close game. And
It was a close game.
A 3-2 overtime loss. Well, yeah. Slav's 1 goal, 1 assist, best game of the season by far. By far. I know he had a couple good games in Buffalo, and I forget when else, but to me, he looked like he was back to his normal self, making nice passes, being physical. Just he has such a good IQ, like a good hockey IQ. So when he's on, you see that, and tonight is one of those nights where he was just on. Really liked him.
He was jiving.
He was jiving, man. It's good for him. He only played 13 minutes though, which is still kind of funny. 13 minutes,
Slav?
still pretty low, man. Yeah,
That's dust, man. That's dust. Yeah, that's amateur.
Yeah. So
Come on, Marty. Marty.
Yeah,
Marty, what are you doing, Marty? What, Marty? Marty. Come on.
Come on, man.
Marty. Come on, Marty. Pick him up.
But yeah, I like Slav. Slav was good. He made a beautiful pass to Caufield on his goal. It was it was on the power play, and it was off the wall, off the sidewall. Boom, boom, like a
Boom, boom.
yeah, and then sent Caufield in on a breakaway. So that was great. Awesome. Heineman. I want to talk a little bit about this guy because we have not talked about him whatsoever. So this kid, we got him in a trade for Tyler Toffoli. He was traded to Calgary. Prior to that, I forget for who, but he was drafted by Florida, traded to Calgary, and then traded to Montreal. And he's only like 22 or something like that. So it was like he hadn't played yet in the NHL. So traded twice. But man, he is a big boy, man. Like he's a big
tree?
Finnish. He's so big, and he likes to hit. He's a Finnish hockey player, and Finnish hockey players are always go, physical, in your face. So like he likes to hit. He's a good 200-foot player, and he's got 5 goals in the season. So he's on pace for 20.
Good for him.
And
good for him.
I really like him. Like he's a big body, and he could probably move up in the lineup. And I think they're going to keep him on the bottom 6 this year. But next year, I don't know, man. I'm thinking this guy can be an impact player at some point. So pretty excited about him.
When did he get drafted?
Geez. 2021, maybe 2021. 21. I'm not sure. I really don't know. It could be 2020, 2019, 20. Are you looking it up or?
I was trying to look it up.
You're trying to?
I wanted to check him out.
Yeah.
I'm happy you guys got a young kid. He's got potential, so that's good.
Yeah.
You know, I heard in the rumblings today that something about Pittsburgh trading Rutger McGroarty.
No,
really? I heard in the rumblings trading Rutger McGroarty for that Russian kid from Columbus.
What's his name?
I'm like, yeah, it wouldn't be. I don't know.
Marshenko.
I should
not the one of their top scorers, or Yurachek. Is it the
Yurachek? I think it's Yurachek.
It's the defenseman. He's on the block.
I don't know,
He's
but I'm like,
block.
I'm like, that'd be pretty cool. I mean,
bold.
I kind of feel bad for Rutger. Yeah, I know. But yeah, I mean, Pittsburgh, they got some stuff to figure out. So
yeah, they actually won tonight against Vancouver.
I know, dude. They spanked him. I was actually thinking, like, Rutger, I would like him to be on be a Flyer because he is a gritty player. You know, he's got that ego. I think he'd fit right in with Matvey, you know. And I think the fact that Cutter was supposed to be playing here and Rutger would come here, I think that would make him feel more welcomed. That he's like, hey, I kind of screwed up, you know, the relationship with the Jets and the Canada fans, but I think he would make it better coming to Philly. That's just my thoughts. That'd be pretty cool.
It would be. I mean, imagine.
That's a dream. That's a dream.
I don't see Pittsburgh trading him.
It would never happen.
Philly, but you never know with Kyle Dubas at the helm. With Kyle Dubas at the helm,
man.
you never really know.
Yeah,
he's not the smartest.
You don't know.
He's not the smartest tool in the tool belt, toolbox, in the tool shed. He's not the.
He's still learning.
But he's still learning. Okay.
He's still learning.
Arbor Jacki, though, dude. We love Arbor Jacki. How much do we love Arbor Jacki?
Yeah.
We love him a lot.
I like him. I like him a lot.
Like him a lot. He's unreal. He's amazing. And he tonight played the most he's played all season. And I don't think I'm wrong there. I'm pretty confident in saying that. I did not check, but I've watched enough games to know that 20 minutes of ice time is his high for the season. So it was just a little under 20, but like as close as it gets. So, yeah, man, he's been playing so well, right? So, I don't know, man. His entire game is coming together, And he's becoming more of an impact player. Like, this is what we wanted to see in Arbor. We wanted to see Arbor play top 4 minutes, be physical, be competitive, play good defense, obviously, play well defensively. And we're kind of getting all of that right now. And he's been able to control his emotions a little bit. But, man, Arbor's looking good. I love him a lot. And it's so encouraging to see that Marty's using him like more than 12, what was it, 11, 10, 11, 12 minutes a game? So huge.
Yeah, earlier this year he had some pretty low numbers for time on ice, but looking at the last 5 games, he's getting his lowest is like 14.48, and then it goes basically to 16, 17, 19 and a half. So yeah, obviously that's showing he's improving, he's getting more ice time. So good for you, Wi-Fi. Happy to see you're getting back in the lineup, brother. Fucking A.
But how many hits did he have tonight, though? Oh, he's hurt?
Put Florian Jack-Eye in.
Florian's hurt. Yeah, anyways. I think it's like a 1 or 2 weeks.
Okay.
So how many hits do you think Arbor had tonight?
Last game, what did he have? No. He had 7 last game, and Gallagher had 10 last game.
Was that unreal?
So I'm gonna go with 5 hits. I'm going to go with 5 hits, John. I didn't watch the game, so I don't know.
Arbor had 0. 0 hits tonight, which is shocking.
Did he get a point? Did he get a point?
He didn't get a point, but he played well. But he played great. Hey, I loved him, man. Loved him.
He played well. That's good.
That's all that matters, man. Arbor is he's coming around, and I love it. I'm
he's
here
not
for
offensive.
Man.
He's not offense. He's not here for offense. He's here for defense. So yeah, good for you.
Yeah. You know what, though? He's got the hardest shot on the team. He's probably got the hardest shot in the
league.
Does he? If I was Marty St. Louis, I would play him on the power play and have Lane Hudson set him up for the shot. Boom, every time. Kind of like, I don't remember. Do you remember Sheldon Surrey?
Duh. Yeah, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Surrey, Weber, McInnes, Pronger. Yeah.
The hardest shots ever, right? And he was dynamite in Montreal. Killer on the power play, man. Terrible defensive, not terrible defensively, but he had his moments defensively where he was really not very good.
Yeah, you guys have had a lot of good, D guys that can shoot. PK Subban is another one.
Subban, right?
He had a rock. He had one of the best one-timers. Best one-timers.
Michel, what's his name? Michel Bergeron.
Michel.
Terrible defenseman. Terrible defenseman. Like, defensively sucked, but he had a rocket, a bomb. He played in Edmonton, too. Had a bomb of a shot. Came into Montreal and just power play. Boom, boom, boom. Score.
Boom, boom, boom.
Boom, boom, boom. And I'm thinking, if you have Lane Hudson, who is such a good playmaker, so much creativity, if he, creates some space for Arbor and then just tosses it back to Arbor, gives a 107-mile-an-hour slap shot, that could be a recipe for success.
Yeah, just man. Saying. And he's 23 years old. So he's still got lots to develop. So I'm happy for him.
Yeah, me too, man.
He's a big tree. 6'4", 240.
Yeah, me too.
Man.
Love him.
Lucky.
Love him.
Love him.
All right, let's go to Philly, man. That's good. Montreal had a good game. Love it. Philly. I want to hear about your night because Philly had a good night. And I know you're excited to talk Philly. So I'll tee this up for you. 3-2. Overtime win. Philadelphia. Goals scored by Scott Laughton, his 3rd of the season. Morgan Frost, his 3rd of the season. Sean Couturier, 6th goal of the season. Overtime winner. Alexei Kolosov. 20 stops, 25 of 27 shots for his 2nd win of the season and 2nd win in a row. Dude, man, what do you think of tonight's game? Because it was a good
one. What do I think? I think Nashville deserved to win that game. They played, looking at the standings and seeing how good or how bad Nashville's doing doesn't reflect the way they played. They played like they're a really good team. They broke out. Man, their face-offs were dynamite tonight. Flyers played not good. I don't think we played it was really probably one of the most boringest hockey games I've ever watched. And that sucks because I had my 3-month-old with me, my dad, dialed in the whole time. My son's just chilling on the swing, just dialed. It's awesome. You never see that. He loves it.
That is awesome.
But yeah, Kolosov, man, he played amazing. And yeah, it's good to see Lawton contribute. Awesome, happy for him. And I think he had like 5 or 7 hits as well. So he did really well. And Frosty, 2 games, 2 goals, and not just any goal. 11.4 seconds left, and a snipey. Yes. Love it. And I think Coots fed him that pass, right? I think I could be right. I don't know. I should know this. And then OT. Mitchkov had a post. The other player had a post. Both goalies played exceptional. And, Couture with the game winner. Cootsy. The old dog, you. I'm happy for him, man. But yeah, no, it wasn't the best game. A lot of props to Risto Leinen, though. Man, he stepped it up, and he's working on his strides, being offensive, carrying the puck in, and he is hitting. And same with Sanheim. Dude, he is smacking guys around. 200-foot player. Dude, he is a contender for the Four Nations. He should be. But there's so many good players that are on like the scratch list that you just like Hopkins, Stamkos. Is Stamkos on there? I don't know, but there's a lot of players that are like,
doesn't deserve to.
You
be
should
here,
be playing, but yeah. But no, I think TK should be on there. Sanheim should be definitely close, yeah. But there's so many good players. They're considered, right? But no, man, boys played good. They played it good. I don't know. They finished their checks. We couldn't break out. A lot of neutral zone giveaways. But yeah, we didn't play well. So I'm looking forward to hear what Tortorella says. We did not do good on face-offs. Coots did really good on face-offs. I think he was like 53%. Everyone else was like... He's one of the best in the game,
he's unreal,
for sure.
Eh? Like,
dude. He literally, in OT, he gets on the ice for a face-off, and he gets right back to the bench. That's
really?
His job. And if you've never not noticed that, watch it. And when he starts overtime, he will be out there, and he'll go right to the bench after. And you'll see him.
Eh?
Yeah, man. That's what John Tortorella does. You know,
that's interesting.
Strategic.
Yeah, I mean we do that too, but we do that with like Christian Dvorak or Jake Evans.
Yeah.
Like we'll do it with them, right? But like they're not offensive threats. But Couture is actually offensive. Like he could probably stay on. That
but he's slow.
That he does that.
He's not
made
slow.
For 3-on-3, but he did score.
But he can. But I think when you're fresh, dropping the puck, you want a guy out there like speed. You don't want to have a guy who, you know what I mean?
Yeah, more of
you
a
want to kind of be smart like that.
Slower player.
Yeah, if it's 2 minutes have gone past, throw Coots in for sure. 30 seconds in and out. Right?
When it's slowed down a little bit, maybe ice is...
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. But I mean, it was a great overtime. But 2 games, 2 wins for Kolosov now. I'm happy for him.
Yeah.
I am a little bit frustrated. Though, that Tortsy's, we're going 1 game Fedotov, 1 game Kolosov. Fedotov, like, let a guy play 3 games in a row. Like, build some momentum. Get comfortable. None of this. You're in. Nope, then you're in. It's like, come on, man. I don't know. It's, But, hey, we got the W. We're celebrating the boys,
got the pops,
and the girls. Yeah,
got your machete out.
Yeah,
good,
we popped a cap, pop a top.
Yeah,
pop
life is
top.
good. Life is
again.
good, man. It was actually good. It was really cool when you called me earlier, and Gabe's just watching the game in his swing.
Yeah, man.
Dude, he's the coolest kid ever.
Is he?
So, little storyline here.
Yeah.
We're at the swimming pool Monday to Thursday. Daughter's in swim academy 2. My son's in pre-K 2. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. The Flyers are playing. My wife knows I stay. I take the newborn. She takes the 2 kids. And sometimes I'll stay regardless just because I always cook. But yeah, Gabriel has never missed a game. Not once. Never. And I don't put him for naps. I put him in a swing, or I hold on to him, and he's just dialed in. 83-inch TV. He's just like looking, just chilling, man. I'm like, my dad's just like, dude, he's so cool. He's just the chillest kid, cool, and he smiles. He's like laughing,
Oh man, that's
If you don't have kids, you don't have kids, and if you're scared to have kids. It's the best thing ever. Pop out 1, pop out 2, pop out 3. Yeah, I would keep going if she'd let me.
Really, you would, eh?
I would. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I would
don't
full
you get
send it.
Oh man, don't you get exhausted? I'm exhausted and I have 2. I am so done. Done with it, man. I get so exhausted. I mean, we're in a good place now. Once they now 5 and 2 years old, it's doable. It's exhausting, but
we're
but
5-3.
They sleep and stuff, right? But I just can't do the newborn stuff, man. I can't do the newborn. It drives me nuts.
Oh, I can be honest, man. The first kid, Everly, Danica basically just said no. Like, she didn't let that kid near anyone. Really protective. I don't think we had a date for about, I think, 1 year. We finally had her, a date with no kid. But Everly and I didn't imprint on each other for about 6 months. And I was like, oh, okay. Wesley, because she had postpartum after the second, Wesley instantly imprinted. Amazing. And then this one, as a male, usually males are like a little bit timid. It takes time, and that's okay because we're not born maternal. You see a 1-year-old female, 2-year-old daughter, and what do? They're just taking their baby and they're changing its bum at 12 months old. It's like, you can't teach that to a kid. That's it. True. You know what I mean? And it's like, so yeah, I'm getting more easier, and I find it easy. But then again, my wife, she doesn't wake me up at night. She does it all. And I try to give her as many naps in the day. I say, here, you go to town. Go with your girls. Do whatever. I'll take the kid all day. Do your thing.
Yeah.
Easy peasy. But yeah, man, I would literally have more kids. It's easy. I love it. Wow. Obviously, you have to learn how to balance fun, friends, priorities. And then we have gymnastics Wednesdays at 1:00. So we pull Ev out of school because she's in competitive gymnastics, and then again gymnastics on Saturday for both kids. So yeah, we keep busy.
Man. Holy, that's
we're busy. Wait till hockey starts, man. If they play hockey, I hope they do. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, it sounds like Gabe will.
I hope so, man.
Yeah.
Man.
That's funny, man. Like, I don't know what. Like, obviously, I have 2 girls. I've tried to I've tried to get Lexi to love hockey. Like, I've taken her to a hockey game. I've taken her to like fan events at like the Senators, the Canadian Tire Center. I've taken her to Gatineau in Quebec for another Ottawa Senator event. Like, I immerse her in this hockey, but like she's not shy,
she's
right?
young.
She'll be like, Dad, I don't like hockey. I was like, come on, like hockey, please.
I know.
You know what she did one time to me? You know what she did? So she's got mini sticks in the downstairs. Right?
I hear
in
you.
the playroom.
Yeah.
Got mini sticks and she knows I love hockey. She knows I'm obsessed, obviously. And she's like, she wants to play with me, and I'm, I don't know. I'm clean and I'm doing other things. And she's like, Dad, come on, let's go play hockey downstairs. I was like, huh. You want to play hockey? She's like, yeah, let's go play hockey. I was like, okay, sure. Yeah, whatever. I get downstairs and she looks at me. She's like, I don't want to play hockey, Dad. I just said that because I knew you'd come downstairs. I was like, huh?
Oh, she's smart.
She's so smart. I was like, okay.
Dude.
That's well played.
Clever.
Well played. But I'm hopeful. Marley seems every time she sees something that's like hockey related, she's like, hockey. So she'll see a jersey, hockey. She'll see me on, she'll see anything on TV, hockey. She'll see us, like our podcasts, like our videos.
Yeah.
She'll be like, hockey. She points every little thing, hockey. I'm like, maybe you'll like hockey. Maybe you'll like hockey.
That's funny, man. My daughter, same thing. We have the mini sticks out. And I can feed Everly passes, one-timers. Dude, she can clap. Clap them in.
Super kid.
Yeah, dude. She's so athletic. It's ridiculous. And then my son's still learning. But so when I go to hockey, I play usually Thursdays and Sundays. And sometimes Everly, they'll come out sometimes. And She literally thought I played in the NHL. She see me and she's like, "That's my daddy. That's my," and she was like thrilled. I'm like, "Whoa, settle down." Making me feel pretty good out here. Yeah, but yeah, and then I took her to a Flyers game last New Year's Eve in Calgary, and I brought her earmuffs, like the headphones,
Yeah.
iPad, just in case you get bored. You just
Yeah.
have all this.
keep
We
'em
spend
busy.
some money on tickets. Calgary is not cheap. Yeah. I think we lasted 2 periods. I had a beer, I had a pizza, and I think I bought her everything that she could ask for.
Right. Yeah.
Popcorn, chicken
Yeah.
nuggets, cotton candy, ice cream, Skittles. And yeah, but man, her pitch, like the pictures of her, and she was so happy, man. And she still talks about it. Like she'll never forget that, right? So I think it's cool if you can do that for him.
Yeah.
And yeah, I really want to go see a Wranglers game, because
Jeez, eh? Yeah,
you guys
good
have so
hockey,
much
man.
hockey. You have Quebec, you have Gatineau, you have Laval, Ottawa.
Yeah.
Or for us, it's
Montreal,
basically
yeah.
the Wranglers, Hitmen, Edmonton.
Flames.
But yeah, be cool. Be cool.
Yeah. Yeah, good hockey though, the AHL, man.
Good hockey. Oh yeah.
Yeah, do you want to talk a little bit about Morgan Frost?
You know what I want to talk about?
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
want to talk. No, I want to talk about Frost. You know why?
Why?
Frost doesn't need to be talked about because he got reprimanded, he got talked to, he knows what he has to do, and he's taking care of it. Done. He's doing good. Look at him. 2 games, 2 goals. Not just any goal. A tying goal. Dude, he's playing great. He's playing good. I'm happy for him. Like I said, if he doesn't perform good here, I know he'll perform good somewhere else. Obviously, I would love for him to be a Flyer. I do. And I'm happy. He's doing great. So keep
Are they
spinning.
going to trade him? Are they they're on the block.
I don't know.
Ristolainen on the block.
No, for sure.
Still think it's going to happen?
I think Risto and Lawton are more on the block than Frost is.
Oh right. What? Okay, that's my mistake.
But Frost
You're right,
is
you're
no.
right, you're right.
Frost
It's
is on the
Lawton.
trading block for center.
Yeah,
Lawton and Risto are on the block.
that's
though,
what I
for
meant
sure.
though.
But no,
That's
Frost.
what I meant. Yeah.
Frost definitely is trade talks. There's been so much reports the last 2 years for him and what is it, Nick Robertson from Toronto?
Oh,
Is it Nick? Yeah,
Nick.
Nick
Yeah,
Robertson.
Nick.
Yeah, I've heard that
Yeah.
lots. I don't know.
Interesting.
We'll
That's
see.
interesting.
I would like to see Frost stay.
yeah.
If I'm gonna bitch about a player, obviously I know there's puck chances and scoring chances. There's so many players that we have that just you're getting chances, but you're not finishing. It is what it is. If we can win games like this, great. It's just not that.
Yeah.
We can play better. Like I know Farabee's struggling, Tippett's struggling, Forster's struggling, Brink, he's doing not bad, up and down, just not inconsistent, right? But no, what I want to talk about is Paul Bissonnette
Oh man,
fighting
let's
7
go.
dudes, man. So one thing, Paul
6 or
Bissonnette,
7,
first off,
yeah.
busy. He's a fucking beauty, legend.
Oh my lord.
You look at this guy, my wife today. He's like, you can tell his hockey player, his nose. He's kind of like Owen Wilson. And he's like, he's Canadian. I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah, he looks like a hockey player. And then I show her the mug shots. And he's like, wow, he fucked him up. I'm like, yeah. And apparently, like Paul said, he got boot fucked, all this.
Sure, yeah.
And one thing about a hockey player, I mean, look, a lot of hockey players can give and throw punches. They're tough. They are. But when you're an actual scrapper like Biz, he's not a guy he's not gonna go down. Like he's over 200 pounds.
Yeah.
He's got a good jaw. Fuck. If this was in Canada, that would have never happened. And if it did happen in Canada, he would have had half the bar be on his side and shit kick him too. Right? I'm just a little bit disappointed that he had no one go out there and help him like a good Samaritan. Even, a waiter, a good bartender. Like, good thing the cops got there in 3.5 minutes. But man, I wish I could have got that on cam. Like, dude, that'd be awesome. You know what I say? Paul Bissonnette, Jake Paul, let's go.
What about
we
you,
go.
man? What about you? If you were there, would you have jumped in?
Duh. You kidding me? Fucking tarps off anytime, brother. Brother to brother, absolutely. Oh my gosh, anytime, my man, anytime. Love that shit. Love it. Especially for Paul. Oh man, I'd take a bowl for that guy. He's a beauty. Oh,
That's awesome.
I'm
man.
happy
Yeah.
for him.
Yeah, so here's a little backstory on exactly what happened. I read about this all today. Obviously, we heard his side of the story, but this is what we heard. Okay, so former NHLer, we know he does Spittin' Chicklets, he does TNT, he on Sportsnet every now and again. But yeah, it took place in Scottsdale at a restaurant Sunday night. According to reports, it all started when a group of guys were denied service and started to harass the manager. And this is what he said on Spittin' Chicklets. He said, I get up and I go over, I grab the guy's arm and say, listen, buddy, if you keep harassing and assaulting the staff here, we're going to go outside and we're going to have some problems. That's what he said on the
Love him.
podcast.
God bless him. God bless him.
He said, the minute that left my mouth, the guy beside him starts throwing punches. And next thing you know, there's about 4 guys swinging at me. It's unreal, man. Unreal.
Dude.
Unreal.
Oh,
but like
man.
to come out of that, like obviously he's tough. Obviously he can fight. Obviously he's a
course.
hockey player, professional athlete. But I mean,
Yeah.
there's not a lot of guys can like you get jumped by 6 dudes. I mean, or whatever the number was. Like to come out of there on top in a sense and just be because we've seen the mug shots, like you said. The 6 alleged suspects have been identified.
Yeah, dude.
You see the photos, and there's like 2 or 3 of them with just like they got scrapes
Mangled.
all on their face.
Oh, yeah.
And then you see Biz, and Biz like he looks
He
a
looks
little
pretty
swollen
good.
a little bit, but like not
Yeah.
really, no big bruises or. He looks good. So the
Yeah.
fact that like it's a fucking epic story. Obviously, it must have sucked for him. But I mean,
No, I think he loved it.
You
I don't
think
think
so?
Biz thinks it sucked. I guarantee you, any hockey player loves a scrum, especially a bruiser. He lives for that shit. Are you kidding me? He's like, fuck yeah, bud, count me in. I guarantee it. He would do it again. Absolutely. Especially those sick. Man, those guys look like they're from, I don't know, the Appalachian Mountains. I don't know. Weirdos, man.
Yeah.
I wish we could redo this one-on-one, or I don't know, put Revo in there. 2 against 7.
Imagine if
Oh,
Revo, if
fuck that.
Revo was there.
Man, even Ryan Whitney.
I know.
Even Ryan Whitney.
Yeah.
Put him in there, man. Oh,
I know.
I would love to see one-on-one and just,
Yeah, it's
I'll teach you guys a lesson.
well, it's funny because like
yeah.
Ryan Whitney often like kind of jokes of how much of a pussy he was, or like he couldn't fight, or
No, he
whatever.
wasn't a pussy. He
wasn't
he's a
at
strong
all.
guy.
Like you actually watched,
not
you actually
a
watched
pussy.
some clips, and he's gotten tons of fights. Like so, I mean, just the fact
Well,
that you
dude,
do
I was-
fight, like you're gonna be tough.
Yeah, he's humble. He's humble. And you look at Ryan Whitney. You look at him now, and you look at him then. You look at him now, and it's like I would drop him into the anytime. I would. But you look at Ryan Whitney back then. He looks way more intimidating. He looks like he's way more in shape. Ryan Whitney now doesn't even look near of what he used to, which is weird because usually you get more broader, bigger with age. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. I couldn't compare the two. I
Yeah,
no
but
clue what
both-
he looks like, but
Both good athletes. Both good athletes.
but yeah, man, yeah, craziness. But
Love it.
Yeah, it's
Good
kind
for
of-
Biz.
kind of
Good for
exciting,
Biz.
man.
It is exciting.
It is
Country's
exciting.
behind him. We're behind you, Biz.
Yeah, exactly. That's so good, man. So good. Yeah. Geez, where do we go from that, eh?
I don't know.
Let's go. Let's. What else is going on? Austin Matthews. We talked about him last time, and
What is he
we talked
doing?
a lot about him, man.
What is
Yeah.
he doing though?
So-
Like, is he playing hockey this year?
Maybe he's not. Maybe he's not.
You
know
know
what I
what?
mean?
This kind of bugs me. So you look back in the 90s and 2000s, and guys are getting big contracts. They're playing games. They're playing games hurt. And in today's age, like you have a cough or the sniffles or
Receding
I don't know.
hairline.
just anything. Like I'm taking today off. Like what happened? Just to like sticking up for your team, your city, the fan base around you. Like, you got handed, first off, JT gets demoted, strips off the C, gives it to you, and you're not even showing up. Like, I don't know. I thought JT was a great captain. Quiet guy, kind of like McDavid, but he performs. I don't know what the purpose of giving Austin Matthews the C was. I really don't get it. And, as I think from a captain's perspective, he's going to do everything and anything he can, which I don't see Matthews doing. Would he drop the gloves? Does he get in people's faces? I don't think he likes confrontation.
Does he play? No,
does he play? Oh, yeah. I mean, I hope he does. I hope he gets back in it. I mean, obviously, when you play Toronto, like if I were to go to a Toronto game, I want to go if he's there.
For sure.
Of course. He's one of the best players in the world. Total respect, right? But come on, man. He's getting paid, what, $14 million a year?
Something like that. Yeah. Something like that. 14.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But his team needs him. His team needs him, right? Yeah. So you can't rely on.
They lost tonight too.
Plus they got really shit, and you have Nyes out, right? So yeah.
So So there was thoughts of him playing tonight in Florida, but he's not playing. This is his 9th consecutive game that he's missed. He remains day to day with a lower body. It's an undisclosed upper body injury, so I don't even know what it is. They say he might be back Saturday against Tampa, but I mean, if I had to put money on it, I'd probably bet against it.
No, probably no.
Right? I mean,
I don't know. I don't know why you can't be transparent. I mean, obviously, it's kind of like a catch-22. I mean, obviously, the fans would like to know what's wrong with you because we care about you.
Yeah.
2, you don't want to give your competitors the information because if I know your right shoulder's fucked, guess what? I'm going to probably hit you on your right shoulder, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's probably good they probably don't disclose it, but it sounds like it's not even like, I don't know. It sounds like it's like not a physical thing, but like a mentally thing. I feel like, I don't know.
Yeah,
because he went to this guy. He went to this guy in Germany.
Oh,
I don't know if you heard about it.
Yeah.
It was a Berlin. So this guy worked on everyone who had these illnesses or diseases. He's kind of like a shaman. It kind of seems like he just fixed people. So I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know what his deal is, but I'm sure. I hope he gets back in the lineup, man, because he's fun to watch.
Yes.
Right? So.
Did you? Speaking of that kind of that kind of medicine, did you see Jonathan Taze? Did you see his Instagram post? I think it was an Instagram post.
Yeah, he's in India, man. He's in India. He's living. He's the same thing. He's figuring out himself, and good for him.
It is kind of cool, man.
It is,
man. What?
It's great, man. Embrace it, man.
It's so funny though. You see the photos of him. It's just like this big white guy, big professional athlete, and then you have like these small Indian people, and he's just like towering over them.
Yeah.
It's just like.
I didn't think he was that big. I didn't know he was.
No, I think he's 6 something. But you know what? It's always that's always been interesting to me, man. Like the thought of going to India and just like letting go of everything in your life and just focusing on the mental and focusing on like
I couldn't go there.
Connection with yourself, and
I think it's great. People go there. I think, I don't think you need to go to India. I think you need to go wherever you think you're feeling you're getting called to.
You're from the mountains,
India
man.
Got,
you're in the mountains, of course. You feel,
yeah.
You probably good with the mountains,
native.
Right?
From the native heritage, right? So
That's
being
true.
Métis, I'd say, mountains for sure. Definitely where I'd say I'm more like attracted to.
Yeah,
but like if I was gonna go. We're going to go off topic, but what is that? It's the walk. So there's a place in Europe. It is, I don't know, what is it, like a couple hundred kilometers or a couple of 100 miles. Europe walk for peace and mind. I don't know. I got to figure it out, but that's where I would go.
Like it's a nature walk kind of thing?
Yeah, it's more of a nature walk, but it's something like 300 kilometers. You go through basically Europe. Basically, you go there to find peace with yourself, and you meet people. I think it's like more of like a religious thing, but you find
So it's on a retreat.
whatever
is it,
you're
or-
looking for. It's kind of like you go by yourself, but you walk basically from this town,
Yeah.
and I think it maybe it's more than I think it may be 700 kilometers.
It's a
But
long.
yeah,
That's a
it's
long
super
walk.
cool. That's what I would like
How,
to do.
that's an impossible walk though. 700 kilometers.
No, it takes you months or days,
Oh,
man. Yeah.
like it's a real commitment, real journey.
Oh, it's a commitment. It's a
Okay.
commitment. Yeah.
It's like climbing a mountain, but not quite. Okay. Well, let's
yeah,
do it,
it's
man.
amazing.
Let's do this. Let's break this podcast early. Let's hit stop and let's take this this trip to
It's
Europe.
gonna bug me. I gotta figure it out. Yeah, no, that's what I would definitely do. But I mean, yeah, and I think Italy would be cool. Europe.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
All that shit's cool. Even I don't know what it is. I really want to go to Russia.
To Russia? Do you?
I do. Moscow, man, it's beautiful, man.
Petersburg?
Beautiful. It's man. It's I think it's very, very clean. All the cathedrals. I love that stuff.
You know what? Yeah, did I tell you my sister? Remember I told you my sister was learning
Yes.
Russian? And she studied Russian. She actually went over for I think it was 6 months, possibly a year. She went over and studied in St. Petersburg. Spent a year there, at least 6 months there, and she loved it.
Yeah.
Just amazing. She said the people are friendly.
By yourself?
She went by herself, yeah. She does everything by herself for the most part. But she loved it, man. She loved Russia. She was obsessed with Russia. Loved St. Petersburg. Just obviously the history, the culture, the architecture. Amazing, man. She also spent some time in Finland, which is kind of similar. They bordered
yeah,
country.
but that's what people say.
Yeah.
People say the same thing about Quebec City, and like St. Petersburg. It's very beautiful, clean. It's just beautiful, and it's called the Camino de Santiago. That's the walk. The Camino Santiago is the famous walk.
Are you sure that's not?
Yes.
Are you sure that's not in South America?
No, it's in Europe. I just found out. I
Santiago.
had to Google it. Camino, and I'm totally botching this. Camino de Santiago. All right. Walking the Camino. Let's take a look at this.
Yeah.
John.
Where does it start? Does it start in Spain or Portugal or?
And I was right. It is Pyrenees, for instance, of 800 kilometers away. It takes approximately 35 days to complete. That is beautiful, man. You got to look it up, John.
Let's
It's
do
beautiful.
it. Let's do it.
We should do
Let's
it when
just do
we're
it. Let's just
when the
do
kids
it.
are kicked out. We should just book a few months off
Just do it.
and just meet people. Because remember,
Oh yeah.
I mean, you've backpacked and stuff.
Oh dude.
Man, this one story, 2016. 2016 was one of my best years because I made a lot of money. That's the first time I made six figures, and I was like, I feel like I'm the best person. I'm like, I'm 5 years old. Had a breakup, and me and my buddy, we fly down to Palm Springs because he's got this music deal with Bondo, right? And we're flying back. We have a layover in Salt Lake City, and we're like, okay, we got to stay the night. We meet these two gorgeous girls, and they're from the Netherlands.
Oh,
Just total rockets.
Yeah.
Yes. Anyways, we hit it off. We go to a couple bars, and then we're connecting on the same spiritual realm. It's beautiful.
Nice.
And then it's like 5 a.m, and she's like, and so basically they're backpacking in the States. They have an itinerary basically for 2 months to go into every place they can in the States. They rented a car, the whole full meal deal. And I'm like, yeah. So she's like, so you should come with us. You should come with us and do this. And I'm like, fuck. And this is September long.
I remember
2016.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm like, how often do you meet just two girls that are just complete beauties? Right. You're hitting it off, and they randomly ask you to join them on this adventure. And when you can share that with someone, I'm like, fuck it. I called my boss. I'm like, yo, I totally lied. I said I left my passport on the plane. I can't get home. So I hung out with these Jesse Bondo, flew back to, I think flew back
Oh,
to,
that's who you're talking. I don't know that nickname.
Bondo,
Oh, Bond.
yeah,
Jane,
so Bond, Bond.
Jesse
So
Bond.
Bondo
Okay,
went,
yeah. He went home.
yeah, he went back, and then I stayed with these two girls, and I think like 5 minutes into our trip, you know, because they're used to driving in Europe, we almost get hit by a semi. I'm like, holy fuck. So, but we went through Utah, we went through the Grand Canyon,
Oh, nice.
everywhere, and just the best time. And I flew back. I got my mom to pick me up in Great Falls. Mm-hmm. But yeah, man, just a wild time.
It's fun,
And
eh?
it was
Just to kind of find yourself.
It's just meeting people and just in spontaneous,
Yeah.
dude.
Nothing better.
You got to
man.
do it. That's what I like, is just meeting
Yeah.
people.
Yeah. How long did you do that for? How long was the trip?
7 days. It was ended up being.
That's a good.
It was supposed to be 4 days with Jesse, and I did
Yeah.
another 7 with the girls.
Wow. That's a good.
yeah.
That's a good chunk of time, man, for that kind of stuff. That's sick, man.
Yeah. And it was. I had no idea what we were doing day after day.
Right.
They had all control.
Amazing.
I just sat in the back seat, living my best life.
That's awesome, man. I love that, dude.
Yeah.
I fucking love that.
And it was funny because I remember calling Danica because my wife used to live. She's living in Las Cruces or Palm Springs at the time, and I called her, and she started school, and I think she was in Palm Springs or New Mexico.
You guys weren't dating,
And she's
were
like,
you?
"Oh, I'm not." No,
Okay.
but we were. She flew to that summer, and we had our summer fling, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, and then she flew back. She flew back like a week before because we've always been good friends that have fun, right?
Yeah.
So she flies back, and then a week later, here I am, I just with these 2 random girls, just backpacking essentially.
Amazing.
And she's like, "No way, you're like 2 hours from me." I'm like, "Wild." And here we are, married, 3 kids later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unreal,
Oh
eh?
yeah. Life, man.
just
Life.
dreaming of that
When you
back
think
end.
you have it all figured out, and then
Yeah.
nope, you end up marrying the girl that you've known your whole life.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Wild, eh?
Wild, man.
Oh man, I got lots of those kind of stories too. I don't know if we'll get into them.
Yeah,
tonight,
me
but
too.
We'll get into it.
I can't.
Another day.
It'd have to be on another talk
Yeah.
show because it's inappropriate.
Yeah, once we launch our second,
A lot of
once we launch our
good
second
stories,
podcast, a completely different version, we're gonna have those stories.
we'll do that. We'll
Lots
do that
of those
on the
stories.
off season.
Yeah,
On the
right?
off season.
Oh, we should transition this podcast into like off season. Dim the lights. Let's go. I love it. Love it. Man. Okay. Look, what are we at? Okay, so I don't know. Do you want to talk any more hockey? Do you want to talk Vancouver? Do you want to take? Hey, dude. Speaking of Russia, let's just do this quickly. Russia. We could do it. Let's do
Demidov.
it. Let's do it.
Let's talk
do it.
about Demidov.
Ivan Demidov. Let me tee this up. Drafted 5th overall by the Montreal Canadiens in the 2024 NHL Draft. He plays for SKA St. Petersburg, also known as SKA, in the KHL. He has 20 points in 30 games, 6 goals, and 14 assists, and is a plus 15. The dude is doing it all with just 12 minutes of ice time because his coach doesn't give him minutes. And, like, it's kind of funny. The 12-minute average, it's not like it's like 11, 13, 12, 14, 10. It's one game, you're going to play 2 shifts, and you get 3-4 minutes a game. And then, you had a good game. Okay, well, we'll play you 20.
That's wild.
But you're dipping, and he'll go on stretches of like 2, 3, 4 games where he's playing like 6 minutes a game, not even. And he's getting essentially 0 playoff or power play time. So the guy is producing, like, it's like, okay, I have a limited amount of time of ice time. I'm gonna produce when while I'm on the ice because I might not get another chance for till next game. I might, and he's like on the 4th line, 3rd line, 4th line, and it's just like he's one of their best players. He's big-ish, like he's solid. He's fast.
Yeah.
He plays well.
He's fit.
200-foot game, like plays defensive. He does all the right things, man. He has a great shot. He's a playmaker. He does everything at elite levels, and he's barely getting any minutes over there. Like, just he's getting scraps.
Yeah,
man.
if I Is he getting in scraps?
No, sorry, scraps for minutes.
Is that what you just said? Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
oh,
I
yeah,
wish.
he's getting dust. If I was him, yeah, I mean, obviously you can't be entitled and be cocky, but it's definitely worth having a conversation and seeing, hey, when could I come? Like talk to the GM and say, hey, when can I possibly come to Montreal?
Yeah, has to be.
I mean, if you're not getting
next year.
ice time,
Has to be.
does it have to be?
They
Why?
can't break the contract. They have to respect the contract.
But Mitch Koff.
Yeah,
broke the
that's
contract.
true. That's true. And he had to pay that
And
himself,
not just
right?
any contract. 2 years he still had left, John.
That's
So
true.
yeah, he did more than break the contract. But then again, Flyers and the KHL have a great relationship. This isn't the first time they've done business. They've a lot of times they've done this, but
Yeah.
I think it's about. Yeah, I think you could do it.
You would think that you would think that because the player has to buy the
But
contract.
why
I
wouldn't
guess.
you?
I don't know. I think they're just
Come
letting
on.
him do.
Let's
this
be
thing
serious.
and-
We know the players aren't doing it. John. Come on, we're
Right.
paying it.
You would
but
think
why?
so. Yeah.
But what's holding him back? If he's scoring at this elite level, he's not playing much minutes. I mean, he can't be. He's probably better than Logan Mailloux. He's probably better than Struble.
He's not a defenseman.
He's probably better.
He's not a defenseman.
Oh, Damodoff's not a defenseman? I thought he was defense.
He's an elite forward.
I feel so stupid right now.
That's okay.
I could have swore
That's
Damodoff.
okay.
I thought Damodoff and was. Okay, well, there must have been another Russian player in the draft. Was he third then?
No clue. This is the only
man, I
Russian
feel
I
like a
know.
nut job.
Is Ivan
Okay,
Davidov.
fine. Well, same. Okay, well, he's got to be better than that Coronado, or what's that one guy's name?
Who, Reinbacher?
K.
No, who?
No, the one Coronado, Canedo, Luke, on your team.
Condata?
John
Luke
Condata. Yes,
He's back in the
gotta be better than
AHL.
Condata. Okay,
I sure
well,
hope
still,
so. I sure
if-
hope he is better than Lucas Condata.
Yeah,
Lucas
he's
Condata.
got to be better than Condata.
Yeah, no. You know what? They're gonna play it out. They're gonna play it out. I mean, the KHL has no Scott has. They have no loyalty to the Montreal Canadiens. So I mean, they try to win games. They're not there to develop players for NHL teams.
Yeah.
So it is what it is, man. He's just gonna have to wait. We're excited to see Demidov. It's gonna be fun having him here.
I'm excited
in
for you,
North
man.
America,
I'm jealous.
in Montreal. It's going to be so much fun because I think already he's going to be a top 6 forward starting next year. I don't think he's going to have to work his way up in the lineup. I think he's going to be given the keys to the city. I think he's going to ride high on the top line, and he's just going to become our best player just like that.
Yeah.
Watch out, Slav. You got some competition. You can take your 2
Oh,
goals,
for sure
man.
he does.
You know?
Kirby Doc, 1 goal this year.
Yes.
Dust.
Yeah, he played a couple of
Dust.
decent games the last couple of games. But anyway.
Yeah, I feel bad. I think he'll get better.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Might say
I'm going to go back. Since Montreal's winning again somewhat, they won tonight, I'm going to go back to let's preach patience with Doc. Step 1, stay healthy, blah, blah, blah. I'm okay. Whatever. As long as they win, I don't really care if Doc does well. But, but he's playing center again. They got him back playing center. He's on the 3rd line tonight. So Doc on the 3rd line. I like that. It's like Marty, it was like one extreme to the next, right? It was either he was going to play top line winger or he got him on the 4th line playing center. Just like 3rd line, give him some decent players. That might work out. And tonight it did work out because he played pretty good. Slav, I think, was on the 2nd line with, I think, Dvorak and Gallagher. They played well. He had good lines tonight, and that's all I can ask for. But stop the blender.
Switch it up.
Stop the blender. Leave it at that.
Stop.
Leave it at that.
And another good thing, Chicago beat Dallas 6-2.
Ooh, yeah.
Taylor Hall gets a hat trick.
No way.
Connor Bedard finally got a goal.
Oh,
So
good.
good for him.
Oh, that's good. How many
I'm
games?
happy for Taylor Hall.
He's a healthy scratch
Hall.
last
I'm
week.
happy for
Wasn't he a healthy scratch last week or the week before? He was, right?
Yeah, that or injured. Well,
No, I
that
think
or
he was a
he's
healthy
injured, right?
scratch.
So-
I think they scratched him.
Was he?
And they beat Dallas too, eh? Dallas is not an easy
I just
team,
said
man.
that 6-2.
Wow.
No.
God, open my
Yeah,
ears, Johnny. Open your
fuckers.
ears.
I had a pick for Dallas to win. I made like 7 parlays with Dallas against Blackhawks because the Blackhawks shouldn't be able to beat Dallas. And rigged. Rigged.
This NHL is rigged. Bettman, just tell me, man. Bettman, tell me when Montreal's going to win the cup. That way I can stop watching hockey until the year that they're going to win. So we'll see. Anyways, I got nothing else, man. Anything else you want to touch on before we end this?
That's it, my brother. That's it.
Beautiful.
That's
well,
it, man.
Thanks for listening.
We'll see you Saturday.
See you Saturday. Who do you got Saturday? You got the Rangers.
It's a great question.
You have the
John.
Rangers on Friday, actually. Next game for you is Friday. Next game we have is the Rangers on Saturday. But yes, I see what you're saying. See you Saturday on our next podcast, most likely. So thank you for listening, watching Shanda, another episode of the Barely Onside podcast. Please follow us on Twitter at Barely_Onside, at Barely Onside podcast on Facebook and on TikTok. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you can listen to the Barely Onside podcast on Spotify. So until next time, peace.
See you later.